सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। समर्थ बनाओ। जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ। त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा। हरि शरणं, 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 हरि।
थोड़ा ध्यान लगा, थोड़ा ध्यान लगा रे गुरुवर दौड़े चले आएंगे। थोड़ा ध्यान लगा, थोड़ा ध्यान लगा रे गुरुवर दौड़े चले आएंगे। तुझे गले से लगाएंगे। थोड़ा ध्यान लगा, थोड़ा ध्यान लगा रे गुरुवर दौड़े चले आएंगे। थोड़ा ध्यान लगा, थोड़ा ध्यान लगा रे गुरुवर दौड़े चले आएंगे। तुझे गले अखियां मन की खोल, अखियां मन की खोल, तुझको दर्शन वो कराएंगे। अखियां मन की खोल, अखियां मन की खोल, तुझको दर्शन वो कराएंगे। तुझे गले से लगाएंगे, थोड़ा ध्यान लगा, थोड़ा ध्यान लगा रे गुरुवर दौड़े चले आएंगे। थोड़ा ध्यान लगा।
नारायण हरि, नारायण हरि, नारायण हरि बोल। 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 नारायण हरि, नारायण हरि, नारायण
नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया।
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया।
अपने पास है वह धन किसी का है दिया।
जो भी अपने पास है वह धन किसी का है दिया।
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया।
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया।
देने वाले ने दिया वह भी दिया किस शान से।
देने वाले ने दिया वह भी दिया किस शान से।
देने वाले ने दिया वह भी दिया किस शान से।
देने वाले ने दिया वह भी दिया किस शान से।
मेरा है यह लेने वाला कह उठा अभिमान से।
मेरा है यह देने वाला मैं उठा अभिमान से।
मेरा यह कहने वाला मन किसी का है दिया।
मेरा यह कहने वाला मन किसी का है दिया।
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया।
मैं नहीं मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया।
धन किसी का है दिया।
धन किसी का है दिया।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी। बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर। जय कपीसति लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा। अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी। कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा। कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे। कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर। राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया। राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा। विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे। रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए। श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई। तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे। अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा। नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते। कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा। द्रुपद दीना। तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्योता ही मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
जय श्री कृष्ण। जय श्री कृष्ण। I offer my obeisances at the feet of our respectful spiritual master Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj. The fragrance of sandalwood on the head is as pure as you all are. I offer my heartfelt gratitude to all the devotees who have gathered here for hearing out the second half of chapter 1. On behalf of the Gita Parivar, I say with Dhingra, heartily welcome all the sadhaks. Prayer is our first duty and God's blessings are our first reward. I'd like to invite Sushma Sharma ji, resident of Mumbai. She is an energy healer, a tarot reader. She has joined Gita Parivar in May 2022 and serving as a technical assistant. Didi, please come up and recite the prayer.
जय श्री कृष्ण। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्री कृष्ण वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you, Didi, for the heartfelt prayer.
Thank you, Didi.
Let us unite with this shining light to dispel the darkness within us all. For the Deepa Prajwalan, I'd like to invite Ashok Kumar Sharma ji, residing at Gita Bhavan Rishikesh. His pastimes are reading and implementing Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā in routine life. By profession, Bhaiya is reading Gita ji in Gita Bhavan and reciting 10 verses in daily prayer in the morning. Bhaiya has joined Gita Parivar in November 2020 and serving as a trainer in L3 and the Shlokank Gita classes. Bhaiya, please come up and light the diya.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृताम् कलहंसकृतावासाम् वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you very much, Bhaiya, for lighting the lamp of happiness in all our lives. An important notice, L1 session is starting from 15th September. Please inform your siblings, relatives, friends, and encourage them to join the Gita Parivar. Moving on to the interpretation session, I'd like to invite Rupal Shukla Didi. She is a Gita Brati and Gita Praveena. Didi is a disciple of Swamiji Maharaj. Didi can recite Gita shlokas from Shlokank. Didi is leading the technical department as well as the literature department of Learn Gita program, and her progressive contribution is commendable. Didi is also a student of Advaita Vedant in Chinmay Vishwavidyapeeth, Kochi. With this good wish, today again we all have gathered together in this session to purify our souls by hearing the best purpose of Gita Ma from your heart. Didi, please bless us.
Jai Shri Krishna. Let's start today's session with a prayer. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. With the Lord's grace, many saints' blessings on us, and the result of our punya karmas done in previous births, we have got this opportunity to learn Bhagavad Gita, to spread the knowledge of Gita. And we have also started learning the meaning of Gita. Usually what happens, we start learning any Grantha or Bhagavad Gita, if we say, from the starting to end, from the first, second, third, fourth chapter, like this sequence. But in Gita Parivar, we don't go with this sequence, but we follow the meaning pattern. How we can understand that, how it is easy to understand, what sequence would be better for that. So with the grace of Swamiji, we have got such pattern that we are learning and we are able to understand the meaning of that. So after level 1, level 2, finally we are on first chapter. And in the last session, we actually seen the background of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata, Bhishma Parva, chapter 25 to 42. So what is the background of Kauravas, Pandavas, from Shantanu to Arjuna and Parikshita, Janmejaya? Already we've seen this story. Today, we have to see the shlokas from second. Not taking more time. Let's start from the second shloka. Sanjaya Uvacha. We have seen in the last session that 574 shlokas by Lord Krishna, 84 shlokas by Arjuna, and one shloka by Dhritarashtra, left all the shlokas by Sanjaya. So this is the first shloka by Sanjay. Sanjaya uvacha दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं व्यूढन् दुर्योधनस्तदा आचार्यमुपसंगम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत्. दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं व्यूढन् दुर्योधनस्तदा आचार्यम् उपसंगम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत्. I will try to tell you little bit meaning of these Sanskrit words also. So Sanjaya uvacha, Sanjaya said, Drisht Am I audible? Yeah, I think I got disconnected.
Yeah, now you are audible. You were out of the coverage for a minute, but now you are okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in second shloka, Sanjaya Vacha, Sanjaya said, Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Vyuda. He is actually describing what had happened, what he has seen in these 10 days. Because 11th day, when Bhishma Pitama was on Sharshaya, then he came back to Hastinapur and Dhritarashtra asked him, Sanjaya, you tell me what happened. So Sanjaya was just starting that Bhishma is on Sharshaya, but Dhritarashtra, no. You tell me from the beginning what had happened in these 10 days. So you should tell me all this story, what is happening there. So Sanjaya started from the beginning. In first shloka, Dhritarashtra asked a question. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yudsavaha Mamakaf Pandavashaiva Kim Kurvat Sanjaya. We also say in the seed of that Mahabharata war was Mamakaha Pandavashaya, the partiality between Pandavas and Kauravas by Dhritarashtra. So that was the mole for Mahabharata war. And now in second shloka, Sanjay is starting the story. What is happening in that Kurukshetra? He is telling now, after 10 days. So he is telling, Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Yudhan Duryodhan. Drishtva means having seen. Twa pratyay is actually in Sanskrit. When I have done some action and after that action, I am same. Karta should not be different. The doer should not be different. Doer is one. And that doer has performed some action and now he is performing some other action. So Drishtva means the doer is same and they have seen something and later the another action. So Sanjay is describing that. Drishtva tu Pandavanikam. Who has seen the Kauravas after seeing all the great army of the Pandavas. Anikam means army. Pandavanikam. Vyudhan Duryodhanastada. That the Vyudham, I can say the army is aligned in such a structure that is called Vyudham. So Vyudham Duryodhanastada Acharyam Duryodhana, after seeing that army battled array by the Drishtadumna, and Acharyam Upasangamya. Upasangamya means going near. Acharyam Upasangamya means going near to the teacher. Who is the teacher? We all know, Dronacharya. So going near to the teachers, Dronacharya, teacher, Raja Vachanam Abravit. I also told that this is a great taunt for Dhritarashtra. Because Dhritarashtra is a king and Duryodhana is still a prince. But Sanjay is calling Raja Vachanam Abravit. Because you are just sitting on that chair, but who is running everything? That is Duryodhana. You always listen to him only. So actually he is the king. He is not a prince anymore. So he is telling Raja Vachanam Abravit, not a prince, not Rajkumar Vachanam Abravit. No, Raja Vachanam Abravit. Duryodhana, a king, is telling this in taunting manner, Sanjaya told. So in third shloka, let's see the further story. Pashyetam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatin Jamum Vyudhan Drupadaputrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. So Raja Vachanam Abravit, Duryodhana said these words. Which words? From third shloka, Duryodhana is speaking. Whatever Duryodhana was speaking is described described from the 3rd shloka till 20 or 21st shloka. So here, Pashyetam Panduputra, Pashya, see, Pashya etam, these Panduputranam, the sons of Pandu, all the Pandavas, Panduputranam Acharya, O teacher, Mahatim, Mahatim means the great, Chamum means army, Mahatim Chamum, great army, Pashya, Acharya, Pashya etam Panduputranam Mahatim Chamum. This is the Anvaya. O teacher, see the great army of these Pandavas, the son of Pandus, Vyudham Drupadaputrena. See, this is the beauty of Sanskrit language. Wherever you put that word, the meaning will be the same. You should just know how to do the Anvaya. So wherever you put the word, the meaning will be the same. There is no sentence formation. For the beauty, you can do that, but the meaning will never change wherever you put it. So Vyudham Drupadaputrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Vyudham means that is aligned, that is arrayed by Drupadaputrena. The son of Drupada is Drishtadyumna. So the Vyudhan Drupadaputrena, that is aligned, that is arrayed by Drupadaputrena. Drishtadyumna is the commander of that army, Senapati. He is the commander of that army, and he is arraying all the things. So Vyudham Drupadaputrena Tava Shishyena. This is interesting here in this shloka. He's saying Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Very brave, so Dhimata. Tava Shishyena, why Drishtadyumna is the commander of that army and he is telling Dronacharya that Tava Shishyena? There is a background story, let me tell you. In first chapter, there is no tattva and understanding so many things. No, just all these stories are there to understand. So Drupada and Dronacharya, they are best friends in childhood. They studied together, they learned the archery together and everything. They were best friends actually in childhood. But later what happened? Dronacharya, for a while I would call him Drona, so that story would go smoother. So Drona and Drupada are best friends. Drona is the son of Brahmana, so he is Brahmana, and Drupad is the son of king. So earlier that was dharma based society, and Chaturvarnam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Bhagasha. So everyone used to do their karma. Brahmana will be doing the karma, puja and all the things and teaching others. Kshatriya is for the battles and everything. Vaishya is for earning money, and the Shudra is for serving. So everyone used to do their karmas that time. So Drona, after learning together, they have learned together all the archery and everything. And later Dronacharya started visiting all the places, and so many places he visited, met so many rishis and collected so many divyastras. And after meeting Parashurama, making him happy, and he got the Brahmastra Jnana also, how to use Brahmastra. Only he knew that time. So what he did was, with Dronacharya later, they studied together, but still Dronacharya later collected these Divyastras, so he was a more knowledgeable person than Rupal. So they were together, but what happened? He was the son of king. When they separated, Dronacharya thought, I will never sell my knowledge. I am Brahmana, this is my kartavya to teach others, this is my duty, so I will not sell it. I will just teach others, I will not take anything in back, anything in return. So he has that principle. Once he met Kripacharya, and Kripacharya had one daughter, Kripi. Kripacharya was so happy with his courage, with his knowledge of archery and all. So he was so happy. So what he did was, he married his daughter Kripi with Dronacharya. He didn't see that he had money or not, nothing. Not like he should be rich person, so that then only I will marry my daughter. No, he didn't say anything like that. He was just courageous. Kripacharya married his daughter. Then Dronacharya, if he will not sell his knowledge, how he is going to earn money? That's why he was so poor. Kripi used to fight with him that you don't have any money, my father married me with you. She was not having any guilt or anything for that, but she was worried for her son named Ashwathama. What Kripi used to do, she used to mix the flour with the water and used to give to Ashwathama as a milk because they didn't have money to buy milk. What they can do? So Kripi used to do that. But when Ashwathama grew up, what happened when once he was playing with his friends and his friends started teasing him. They told that you don't even know the taste of milk. You are drinking the milk, the water mixed in the flour. Like that, they started teaching. Ashwathama was so frustrated. He was so furious. He came back home. And then again, Kripi just mixed that flour and she gave that to Ashwathama. Ashwathama just threw that away. That I cannot drink that anymore. My friends are just teasing me that I don't know the taste of milk. Why did I come on this earth? If you cannot bear anything for me, if you don't have any money, like that, he started fighting with his mother. Dronacharya was not there. Kripi used to fight with Dronacharya, but today she was very furious because Ashwathama fought with her. And he was very sad. You see the Vatsalya Bhava. When Dronacharya came back, she started fighting badly with him. That my son, we have to grow him very nicely and we should have some money. You have your friend Drupada, he is the king of Panchal kingdom. You should go to him, you should ask for a cow. Why specifically cow? Because in previous time, Dakshina and Dana, if we say, so that was the parampara, that was one method, that was one culture that if we have to give something, we can give money and the cows. So cow were very famous in the form of Dana. We should give cow in the form of Dana. So she asked, why don't you go to Drupad and ask for one cow? Dronacharya told no. He was so self-respectful man. So he told no, I will not go for asking some kind of this money or anything. He didn't. But Kripi started fighting very badly, so he had to go to Drupal. He decided finally, okay, she insisted him so much. He decided, okay, I will go. He went Panchal. What happened? He asked the gatekeepers, go to Drupal, tell that his friend is waiting for him. When the gatekeepers went to Drupal, they told that, Maharaj, your friend is waiting for you and he is a Vipanna Brahmana, a poor Brahmana. Drupal didn't like that statement of that gatekeeper. That very poor Brahmana, your friend is waiting for you. A poor Brahmana, how can be a friend of one great king? Drupad was so embarrassed that time. He went out, he met Dronacharya. Dronacharya is just lovingly that he is my best friend, as he used to be in my childhood. He just hugged Drupad. And Drupad just like, So actually, Dronacharya understood that there is something. He is not liking me as he should. He used to do. Dronacharya got something. He didn't ask for anything. So Drupal asked, why did you come here? So he just told, you are my best friend. I was just missing you. I just came here to meet you. Drupal told, if you are coming here for any dakshina or anything, you can ask me. With the position of a Brahmana, not with the position of my friend. Because in childhood, it was fine. We were equal. But now I am a great king and you are a Brahman. You are poor Brahmana. We are not equal. We are not similar. We are not on same position. So you cannot ask me anything as a friend. I cannot behave with you as a friend. You see, Drupada is so self-respectful and he was not ready to go there. But Kripi insisted him to go, and when he came, he felt like, and Drupada started saying all these things. It was so heartbreak, we can say. His heart was broke. what he can do. So he didn't say anything. He just went, okay, I will hug you one day when we would be equal. He went from there. He was just roaming around. He didn't go back to home because Kripi was so frustrated. Kripi fought with him so much and he was not feeling like going back to home. What I will answer to Kripi and Ashwatthama. He didn't go back to home and he was not in Panchal also. Bhishma Pitama was searching for Dronacharya because Kauravas and Pandavas were children that time, kids, small kids. So he was searching for Dronacharya to teach them. Once what happened, he was just roaming around and some children were playing together and Dronacharya was seeing all that happening. Their ball went into a well. And that was a dried well, no water in that. So what happened? Now they are so sad that how to take that ball back. Dronacharya told, okay, you just wait, don't cry, I will take that back. He just put that one arrow, throwing that on that ball. Then next arrow in middle of that first arrow. Then third arrow in the middle of that second arrow. Then fourth arrow in the middle of that third arrow. Like that, he made one rope of those arrows and just he just dragged on that all those arrows and took that ball back. All the children were so happy that we got our ball back. They just ran and they were Kauravas and Pandavas. They went to Ashwatthama, they ran, and Arjuna thought that he can be our Acharya. He went to Bhishma Pitama. He was full of dirt and just he went there and Bhishma Pitama hugged him. Bhishma Pitama used to wear white clothes. But he loves Arjuna so much that he cannot control himself whenever he sees Arjuna. He saw Arjuna and he just hugged him. Never thought of my clothes. No problem. He just hugged him. Then Arjuna told him all this story. And Bhishma Pitama thought that it cannot be anyone else than Dronacharya. This can be done by only Dronacharya. Bhishma Pitama went there. He requested Dronacharya to teach all the Pandavas and Kauravas. Dronacharya accepted. Okay, I will teach them. But there is one condition. I will not take any dakshina from you. When the time comes after studies, I will ask for that to these children only. Okay, accepted. Second condition was, you will not interfere when I'm teaching. How I teach, why I teach, what I'm teaching, you will never interfere. Bhishma Pitama told, okay, I don't have any problem. You just teach them. After years passed, Arjuna was 14-year-old. We know all these stories. Arjuna was so focused. Once he asked to see in the eye of that bird and do all that. So that story you already know. So Arjuna was so focused on those studies. So Arjuna was also favorite of Dronacharya. Later, after they have completed their studies, Dronacharya told, okay, now the day has come. I will ask for my dakshina. Everyone was excited. Bhishma Pitama was also there. What he is going to ask? He told, you have to go to Panchal and you have to kidnap Rupal alive. That is my dakshina. Kauravas were so excited. Duryodhana told, there is no problem. We are capable of that. Acharya, we will go. And they didn't do pranams to Dronacharya, Bhishma Pitama. They didn't ask for the permission. They just went from there with the army. And they went there in 3-4 hours. They were defeated by the Panchal. Great army Panchal has. So they were defeated and they came back. They were just crying and telling everything to Dronacharya, all these stories. And Yudhishthira stopped Arjuna. You just stop. Let Acharya ask us. So Acharya asked, you can go. So Yudhishthira told, okay, now we can go. We have got the permission. Arjuna told, why we all will go? I am alone, sufficient. So Arjuna, 14-year-old young boy, so courageous, he told, I will go and I will defeat Drupada and I will take him. He just went there and he asked Drupada, I am here, the disciple of Dronacharya, here to fight with you. And There is something in Arjuna's face, or we can say anything. Drupad was so impressed with with Arjuna's personality, with that courage, with that how he is asking the things with the vinamrata, with the humbleness, and he's asking him for the war. You should fight with me. He was so impressed. He was again and again convincing that, boy, you are alone. I have a great army of this Panchal. You cannot fight with me. He was convincing, you are so young to fight with me. But Arjuna was not ready. This is Kshatriya Dharma. If someone is calling you, you have to fight. The same with dashboard game. Yudhishthira was asked to play, and as a Kshatriya, he cannot deny. A Kshatriya cannot deny for the chauras, that dashboard game, and he cannot deny for the war. If someone is calling, they have to go. The same happened when Arjuna was not there in the Mahabharata Yuddha, because he was called somewhere else. And as a Kshatriya, he cannot deny that. So Drupad told, okay, now I have to fight because you are calling me. You are not convinced that I'm telling you, you should not fight. You are so young. And so many things he told. No, Arjuna was not ready. So they fought. And within few minutes, Drupad was defeated by Arjuna. Arjuna just kidnapped him. And that time Drupad was thinking, if I had a daughter, I must have married my daughter with him. Means Arjuna is the disciple of Dronacharya. He defeated Drupad, and Drupad is thinking, if I had a daughter, I must have married her with him. Because he was so impressed with that courage, with that bravery. He took Drupad alive to Dronacharya. Dronacharya, by seeing him, he told, now we are equal. Can I hug you? Dronacharya told Drupad. Drupad told, no. Still we are not equal. We are not similar. Because now I am a das. I am a slave. And you are a king. Because Arjuna has defeated, he is your disciple. Now you are the king of that Panchal. And I am a das. I am a slave. We are not equal. So Dronacharya knew that before. So he told, I already knew that. That's why I give you half of the kingdom back to you. And I make my son Ashwathama, I appoint him as the king of half of the Panchal. So now we are equal. He hugged Drupad. So Drupad was not happy that time that Dronacharya is hugging me and he is giving my Panchal, half of the Panchal back. No, he was not convinced. He was thinking to take the revenge from him. How can Dronacharya's disciple can defeat me? He cannot. So he was in the mood of revenge. After that, he did the yaga. He went to his Kuluguru, Yaja. Yaja was his Drupad's Kulguru. So he asked him to perform a yaga, Putra Kameshti yaga, so that I should get a son who can kill Dronacharya. So Yaj told, no, this is tamasic sankalp. I cannot perform such yaga for you. But he was the Kulguru who has to find some solution for Drupad. He told, okay, my younger brother, Upayaja, he doesn't think so much about these tamasic or sattvic sankalpa and all. You can ask him. So Drupad went to Upayaja and requested for Putra Kameshti Yagya. After performing that Yagya, he got one from that Yagya Agni, from the Agni Deva, he got one daughter. That's why the mool name of Draupadi is Yagyaseni, because she was born from that Yagya. And later she was named as Draupadi because she was the daughter of Drupad. And Panchali because she was the daughter of Panchala Naresh, the king of Panchala. So Panchali, Draupadi, Yagyaseni, all are the names of Draupadi. So Drupad told, no, I want a son, not a daughter. Agni told, just wait. This is just bonus for you because I am happy with you. So he gave one son also named Drishtadyumna. And Drupad now started thinking, later we all worry for our children's studies, that where we should send him to school and all. So all these things. Drupad started thinking where I should admit him, where he should study, so that he can kill Dronacharya He should be that much capable. So he could not find any Acharya other than Dronacharya. See, for killing Dronacharya, he is only selecting Dronacharya himself, because no one else can defeat Dronacharya at that time. He went, Drushtadumna went to Dronacharya. He asked that you should teach me. Dronacharya knew that he is born to kill me. But as a Brahmana, as a dharma, he cannot deny if anyone is coming to him for the Vidya. He has to give that knowledge to that person. So he knows that he is here to kill me only, but I have to teach as a dharma. That's why we call that was dharma-based society. So later he started teaching. That's why Duryodhana is taunting Dronacharya indirectly. Vyudhan Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. That army is commanded by your disciple. Tava Shishyena Dhimata. You must have not taught him. You knew all those things, but still you taught him. And now he is in our Vipaksha, in our enemies, army, and here to kill you. Just taunting. Now let's see the fourth shloka. I had to tell you that story. Fourth shloka. Here, after telling all that, Duryodhana starting introducing who all are in the Pandavas army, to just provoke Dronacharya and Bhishma Pitama to make them angry for the fight. But they are not. That's why he is trying to do so. Atra shura maheshvasa bhimarjuna samayudhi yuyudhano viratascha drupadascha maharatha drishtaketuschekitana kashirajascha vidyavan purjit kunti bhojascha shaibyascha narapungavaha yudhamanyuscha vikranta uttamaujascha viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarva eva Maharatha. Atra Shurama, in these three shlokas, he is describing the Pandavas' army. Atra, here. Shuraha, the heroes, the great warriors. Maheshwasa, mighty archers. Bhimarjuna Samayudhi. Samayudhi means in this war, in this battlefield. Bhimarjuna Samaha means equivalent to Bhima and Arjuna. Yudhi, Yuyudhano, Virata. Who all are these people? Yuyudhano, Yuyudhanha, Virata, Drupada, Maharatha. These all are Maharathis, the great warriors. Maharathi we already seen, who can fight with 60,000 archers. Drishtaketush Chekitanah, Kashirajas Vid, Drishtaketuhu, Chekitanaha, Kashiraja, Kashirajascha, Purujit Kunti Bhojascha, Purujit Kunti Bhoja, Shaibyascha, son of Shibi, Shaibyascha, Narapungava, the best of men. Shaibya is called Narapungava. Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta Uttamaujascha Viryavan, Saubhadro. These all are the kings of different kingdoms. Saubhadro, the son of Subhadra, Abhimanyu. Draupadeyaha. Draupadeya means the son of Draupadi. Draupadi had 5 sons from each Pandava. So Draupadeyaha, Draupadeyascha, Sarva eva Maharathaha. All are great warriors. Sarva eva Maharathaha. So here the Pandavas army is described by the Duryodhana. Purjit Kunti Bhojascha, Shaibyascha. There is a different story behind everyone. Virata, we all know Virat Raj. Here, one thing to know is when Pandavas went to incognito exile, Agyatavasa, what happened? Duryodhana was planning for this Mahabharata. What he was doing? He was planning for a great war to defeat them, because he knew that Pandavas will be coming back and then we will be having a great war. So what he started doing, he started collecting the armies. He started focusing on the relationships between with so many kings. How he can do that? So he started sending his army for even the king is not, other kings are not asking for that and they are fighting with others. But still Duryodhana is sending the army. Why? So that if he needs, they cannot deny. They are not asking. But if he sends the army, they are now ready. They have to send the army back. So he was providing so many facilities in different wars, and he was sending his army, and he was also sending so many gifts to different kings, to different kingdoms. Like that, he collected so many armies and so many people, so many kings with him. Everyone was with him because he did so much relation. He made so many relationships with all the kings. He was doing that for 13 years because he was already planning for the war. So that was his strategy for that. Asmakam tu vishishtayetan. Now he is thinking, I am describing the Pandavas' army. Dronacharya can say that if you are describing them like that, you can go to them and you can start, you can do the sandhi with them. Why you are here to fight with them? If they are so great, they are having so many great warriors. So why don't you go and do the sandhi? You are fighting from the Kaurava side. You shouldn't do that. Now he is telling, no, not like that. We do have so many great warriors. Let's see the next shloka. अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये तान्निबोधद्विजोत्तमा नायका मम सैन्यस्य संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि. Now he's telling, just to cover up, संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि. He's telling that the case is not that you don't know them. Just संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि, just for your information, FYI, just for your information. संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि. Sangyartham bravimi te tan, all those about them. Asmakam tu vishishta, ours, asmakam tu vishishtaha, the best. Tan nibodha dvijottama, tan, those. Nibodha, I will tell you. Dvijottama. Now he is calling here Dronacharya as Dvijottama. He is even making them separate from his army. Dvijottama is calling because Dvij means the Brahmana, and it is considered, it is actually followed that Dvij, why Brahmanas are called Dvij? Because they are born once, and after completing their Vidya and all these studies, Vedadhyayana, they, after the Upanayan Samskar, they are called like they have born again. That's a Dvija. Dvivaram jayate iti dvijam. So they are born twice. That's why Brahmanas are called Dvija. And Dvijottama, the best among the Brahmanas. And why he is calling Dronacharya here as Brahmana? Because Brahmanas have some inbuilt qualities like humbleness and they love everyone. I'm telling according to that era. What is the intention of Duryodhana? So he is calling Dvijottama because you are having somewhere in your heart love for Pandavas. See, you shouldn't be partial when you are fighting with them, when we are fighting with them. So Dvijottama, he is reminding him, you are a Brahmana, you have these inbuilt qualities, you shouldn't show these qualities in this war. So Dronacharya is getting so angry. No. So Duryodhana is trying to say that Nayaka mama sainyasya nayakaha, the leaders, mama sainyasya, in my army, sangyatam tanram. I'm telling you all these. Let's see in 8th shloka. Bhavan bhishmascha karnascha kripascha samitinjayaha Ashwathama vikarnascha saumadattistathaivacha. Bhavan, yourself, you. Bhavan means you. When respectfully some elder is there, so I will not say tvam. Tvam means someone in my age or younger to me. But Bhavan means someone elder to me. Bhavan. Or if this is a lady, so this is Bhavati. That is Sanskrit part. So Bhavan, your venerable self. Bhishmascha Karnascha, Bhishma. Karna. He considers Karna as a great warrior. So great that, see, after Dronacharya and Bhish Pitama, he is telling Karna's name. But that is not the case. I will be telling you. In next session, I think I will be getting that topic in our discussion. So Karnascha, Kripacharya, Samitinjaya. In this war, Ashwathama Vikarnascha, Saumadattis Tathaivacha. Ashwathama, Vikarna. Vikarna is also one Kaurava, great Kaurava. Strong. Saumadattis Tathaivacha. Saumadatta is one great king again. Saumadattis Tathaivacha. Now in 9th shloka, Anye cha bahava shura madarthe tyakta jivitah nana shastra praharana sarve yuddha visharada. Anye cha bahava, anye means others. Cha bahavaha, many. Bahavaha shuraha, the great warriors, strong warriors. Shuraha, madarthe tyakta jivitah. Now this is beautiful. Madarthe tyakta, Duryodhana already knows he is doing wrong. So if someone is fighting from his side, they must have left the hope of living. So tyakta jivitaha means the people who are ready to give up their lives for me, for my sake. Madarthe, for me. Tyakta jivitaha. They are ready to give up their lives. Nana shastra praharanaha. They are armed with various. Nana means many, many kinds. So Nana shastra praharanaha. The people who know so many shastras, how to use that, various weapons and missiles. Nana shastra, armed with that. Sarve yuddha visharadaha. All these people are well skilled in the battle. Yuddha visharad means the skilled person. Sarve yuddha visharada means all these people are well skilled in the battle. Yuddha visharada, well skilled in the yuddha, in the battle. Now let's see the 10th shloka. Aparyaptan tadasmakam balam bhishmabhirakshitam paryaptan tvidametesham balam bhimabhirakshitam. This shloka is interpreted differently by different saints, so I will tell you both the meanings. But what I am considering, according to the acharyas, we follow Ram Sukdaji Maharaj and all this. So I will tell you according to that. So first meaning is Dronacharya is having fear here. So he is telling that in 10th shloka, our army is insufficient. Aparyaptam asmakam balam. Which balam? Tat bhishma bhirakshitam. Our army is aparyaptam, insufficient, because it is rakshitam. It is marshaled by Bhishma. Why? It is marshaled by Bhishma, so it must be great. Not insufficient. Why is telling insufficient? Because he knows Bhish Pitama loves Pandavas. And if he is marshalling my army and he has love for Pandavas more than us, so he would be having that love in the war also. He cannot fight with them and he cannot kill them when the moment comes. That's why he's telling we are insufficient. Even we have Bhishma, we have Dronacharya, we are insufficient. Because you both love Pandavas. And you are in my army. And you are greatest warrior. So my army is insufficient. Aparyaptam asmakam balam bhishma bhirakshitam. Paryaptam tvidametesham balam bhima bhirakshitam. But for the Pandavas, that is sufficient. Their army is sufficient. Paryaptam etesham balam idam. Why it is sufficient? Bhima Bhirakshitam. It is marshaled by Bhima. Bhima is not greater warrior than Bhishpitamaha, but he loves his army. He loves his brothers. He loves Pandavas. And he is in that army. You are in my army. You are a great warrior, but you still love Pandavas. So that's why they are sufficient. Even they are having 7 Akshauhini army, we are insufficient even we are having 11 Akshauhini. We already know this story that they had 10 Akshauhini because Duryodhana had so many relationships with the kings. So they had 10 Akshauhini and Pandavas had 7 Akshauhini. But what they did, when Arjuna and Duryodhana both went to Krishna, and Arjuna was so lovable to Krishna and he equally loves Krishna. He told, even you are weaponless, Krishna, I don't care. I just want you with me. If you are with me, I can win any battle with any king. So Arjuna was so confident. And Duryodhana started dancing inside that he's so foolish. He didn't choose the army having one Akshauhini Narayani, and that is Advitiya. No one can defeat that Narayani Sena. And he didn't select that and he chose Krishna. Oh my God, he's so foolish. Arjuna is so foolish. My God. Duryodhana started dancing. He was thinking that he must choose. Arjuna is so smart. He is so clever. He will select Narayani Sena only. Arjuna wants Krishna only. And what happens is, the mother never takes the children in her lap until that child is happy with the toys. He is crying, so mother will be giving this toy, that toy, and she will be giving something. If he is happy, if that child is happy, no problem. If that child didn't accept anything, that kid is not accepting anything and he is just keep crying, then mother takes him in her lap. That now I will love you, I will take care of you because you don't want anything. Same happens with the Lord. Until we are happy with the samsaric sukha, we want maternal things, we want laptop, phone, and gossips, and we want so many things. We have so many desires. We are happy with that. Lord, don't take us in his lap. When we don't want anything, Krishna, I just want you. Ananyaschinta, remember 9th chapter. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye janav paryupasate teshan nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Until they are happy with other things, I will not take care of them. When they are not, they don't want anything, they have just completely surrendered to me. Ananyaschinta ye janav paryupasate. Now in all the ways they are just worshipping me. Teshan nityabhyuktanam. Every time they are connected with me, I take care of them. Their yogakshema. Whatever they have, I will take care of that, and whatever they want, I will fulfill that also. So then Krishna comes and Arjuna has completely surrendered him that I want only you. I don't want anything else. There is very beautiful bhajan. Itna to karna swami जब प्राण तन से निकले उस समय शीघ्र आना घन श्याम भूल न जाना बंसी की धुन सुनाना जब प्राण तन से निकले इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले. And that happens when we are requesting that, and that happens at the time of death. We remember the Lord only if we have remembered that Lord, we have worshipped that Lord, we have loved that Lord entire life. Every day, each moment, if we are remembering that, if we are remembering that Lord, then only at the time of death, antakale chamame vasmaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati Samadbhavam yat nastyatra samshaya. There is no doubt that they will get me if they remember me at the time of death. And that will be happening if entire life, each moment we have remembered that Lord. That is not the case. Every day I will be doing something wrong, something papa karma, and I will remember the Lord at the time of death and I will get that. I will get the moksha, I will get the mukti. That is never going to happen. Someone say, okay, I will do the papa karma, but I will have Ekadashi Upvasa. My papa karmas will be kshina. I will get the punya karmas. That is not the case. Papa karmas are kshina with the intense punya karma, not by just one upvasa. Ekadashi, if we are doing Ekadashi with that feel, that happens. There is no doubt. But we are just doing Ekadashi Upvasa or Papa Kshina. Okay, I am doing. So I am doing Punya Karma. Punya Karma has another bank account and Papa Karma has another bank account. That is the case. So with the Punya Karma, if Punya Karmas are intense, so many, then Papa Karmas are Kshina with that. Until that, we have to do the bhoga of all the Papa Karmas also. We have to do the bhoga of all the Punya Karmas also. That's why in the case of Yudhishthira, when he said, Ashwathama Maro Narova Kunjaro. Ashwathama Hata Narova Kunjarova. I don't know. He said one lie, not complete lie, but he just molded that truth. He had to get the darshan of Naraka. Why he went Naraka? For not any torture or anything. He just had to see the Naraka. Because of that just one lie. Because of that one lie, he had to get the darshan of Naraka. Everyone has to do the bhoga of all the papa karmas, all the punya karmas. So here Duryodhana started telling that we also have so many great warriors, but Bhishma also loves the Pandavas, Dronacharya also loves Pandavas, and he has the fear that we will be defeated. He is not showing. Inside, he is doing wrong. He knows that Arjuna knows that he is going to win, but still he is crying. And Duryodhana is crying that everyone in my army loves Pandavas only. What to do? Having 11 Akshawani, but still Duryodhana is crying. And Arjuna is crying. Today, we already seen that Duryodhana's cry. And in next session, we will be seeing how Arjuna cries. Arjuna is not crying for that everyone loves Kauravas. No, he is telling, I cannot fight with my people. Dronacharya never taught Brahmastra to his son, his own son Ashwathama. He taught Brahmastra to Arjuna. So he loves Arjuna more than his own son. Bhish Pitama, he never cared for his clothes, white clothes. He used to hug me whenever I come after playing. So the people, they are so lovable to me and they love me so much. How can I fight with them, Krishna? That is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. That Vishada also connects with the Lord. So Duryodhana's crying is different and Arjuna's crying will be something else. That sadness, that sorrow will be different. In next session, we will be seeing that. So we have seen the 10 shlokas, and in next session, topic starts very interesting. The starting topic is very interesting. Duryodhana is going to start saying anything. Doesn't make any sense. And in next 2-3 shlokas, he will be telling just blah, 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 anything. No sense. That we will see in the next session. Just let's do 2 minutes Sankirtana. Remember the Lord as he is in front of us. And then we will move towards the question answer session. Sit calmly, remember the Lord. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Gopala Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai.
Very insightful interpretation, Didi. It is our great good fortune that we were able to listen to the knowledge of Gita Ma through your heart. Also, at the end of the session, we will do a collective reading of Hanuman Chalisa. Please stay connected till the end. Now is the time for the questions rising in the mind of our patient listeners. Let's go to the question and answer session.
If anyone is having any question, just switch on your video and raise your hand with the Zoom option so that we can spotlight you. If you don't ask a question, it will be considered as you have understood everything or you didn't understand anything. So I don't know in which category you are, but yes, if you have any question, you can ask now. Or in first chapter, there is nothing like Tattva. So just story. And in next session also, there is story only. If no questions, we can wind up this session.
Thank you so much, Didi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, our back-end technical team, due to which this chariot could run so smoothly. We will meet again next week, same time, with the third half of this chapter. For the ending prayer, I would like to invite Anju Maheshwari Didi, residing in Mumbai. She is a homemaker. She has joined Gita Parivar in October 2020. Since then, Didi is serving as a trainer and a technical assistant. Anju Didi, please recite the prayer.
Didi is not seen in the meeting. Maybe she has gone out again because of loss of network. So,
All right. So I'll take up the prayer.
yes.
Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Let us all read Hanuman Chalisa collectively.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे, अस कही श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाँ ते, कवि कोविद कही सकै कहाँ ते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज संहारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है, पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
Thank you everyone.